That first step out of bed, does it come with a snap, a crackle, or a deep, familiar ache in your knees? You blame it on age, on an old injury, on the weather. But what if the real damage isn't from your past, but from the first 30 minutes of your day? Every morning, millions of people perform seemingly harmless rituals, habits they believe are normal or even healthy. Yet these routines are secretly waging a war on their knees, grinding away cartilage and inflaming delicate tissues, setting them up for a day of pain. New biomechanical research reveals a startling truth. The way you start your day can either lubricate and protect your joints, or it can accelerate their destruction. And the majority of people are unknowingly choosing destruction. You won't see this warning on your coffee mug or your smartphone screen. It's a truth buried in physiotherapy manuals and orthopedic journals. And today, we are digging it up for you. In this video, the 7 morning habits that are secretly destroying your knees, and the simple and 2-minute fixes that can protect them for life. Stay with us, because number 2 is a so-called healthy habit that could be doing more harm than good. Before we dive in, help us build this community. Let us know in the comments, what's the one activity you wish you could do without knee pain? We value your stories, and they guide everything we create. Now, let's expose the first silent saboteur of your morning routine. Number 7. Aggressive stretching on cold muscles. You wake up stiff, so you do what you've been told. You stretch, you sit up, pull your leg back to stretch your quad, or you bend over to touch your toes. But here's the cold, hard truth. Stretching cold muscles, especially with deep, static holds, is like trying to stretch a frozen rubber band. It doesn't lengthen, it tears. In the morning, your muscles, tendons, and ligaments have less blood flow and are at their coolest, most viscous state. When you force a deep stretch, you're creating micro tears in the very tissues that are supposed to support and stabilize your knee joint. This leads to inflammation and instability over time. Think of David, a 55-year-old who started every day with a 30-second hamstring stretch, trying to fix his stiffness. Instead, his knee pain got worse. The constant micro-trauma was irritating his patellar tendon. The pro fix, the wake-up flow. Instead of static stretching, perform 5 to 10 reps of gentle dynamic movements. Think leg swings forward and back, side to side, gentle knee extensions while seated, and ankle circles. This actively pumps blood and synovial fluid, your body's natural lubricant, into the joint, preparing it for the day without causing damage. Number 6. The twist and jump. Roll out of bed. The alarm blares. You're late. You swing your legs over the side of the bed and push yourself up in one quick, twisting motion. This single, explosive movement is a nightmare for your knees. Here's what's happening biomechanically. As you twist your torso while your feet are planted, you're putting immense rotational stress, or torque, on your knee ligaments, specifically the ACL and MCL. Your body is cold and unprepared for this load. It's the same force that causes so many sports injuries, but you're doing it every single morning. This habit doesn't just strain ligaments, it grinds the meniscus, the C-shaped cartilage that acts as your knee's shock absorber. Over years, this seemingly innocent roll out of bed wears it down, leading to tears and the dreaded bone-on-bone feeling. The pro fix, the log roll. It takes 3 extra seconds. Before you sit up, roll onto your side like a log, keeping your spine and hips aligned. Let your legs drop off the edge of the bed, and use your arms to push your torso upright. There is zero twisting force on your knees. This simple change removes one of the most damaging hidden stresses from your morning. Number 5. The morning scroll. Slouch. You're out of bed. You grab your phone and sit on the edge of the bed or a low chair hunched over, scrolling for 10, 15, even 30 minutes. The danger isn't just your neck, It's the acute angle of your knees. When you sit with your knees bent past 90 degrees for a prolonged period, especially on a low surface, you dramatically increase the patellofemoral pressure. This is the force between your kneecap, patella, and the groove it sits in on your thigh bone, femur. According to a study in the Journal of Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy, pressure on the kneecap can be up to 7 times your body weight when in a deep squat or seated position. Letting your knees stiffen in this high-pressure angle first thing in the morning restricts blood flow and starves the cartilage of nutrients when it needs them most. The Profix, the 90-degree rule. If you must scroll, do it right. Sit in a proper chair where your thighs are parallel to the floor and your knees are at a comfortable 90-degree angle. Even better, stand up and do a few gentle knee bends every 5 minutes to keep the fluid moving. Your knees are designed to move, not to be locked in a stressful position. Number 4, wearing unsupportive shoes indoors. You get up and slide your feet into flimsy slippers, worn-out flip-flops, or just walk around barefoot on hard tile or wood floors. You think it's comfortable, but you're robbing your knees of their foundation. Your feet are the base of your entire kinetic chain. When your foot arch is unsupported, it can lead to overpronation, your foot rolling inward. This causes a chain reaction. Your tibia, shin bone, rotates inward, forcing your knee into a dysfunctional and stressful alignment known as valgus collapse. Every single step you take on a hard surface without support sends a shockwave directly up your leg, and your knee joint absorbs the brunt of it. Doing this for the first hour of the day, every day, is a recipe for chronic inflammation and medial knee pain. The Profix, the indoor support. Invest in a pair of dedicated indoor shoes or supportive slippers that have a firm sole and built-in arch support. Think of brands like OOFOS, Hoka, or Vionic. They act as shock absorbers on hard floors, maintaining proper foot and knee alignment from your very first step. Number 3, dehydration from the start. You wake up and your first thought is coffee. You don't drink a drop of water until an hour or two later. This is one of the most overlooked causes of joint pain. You are starting your day in a state of dehydration. Here's the science. The cartilage in your knees is about 80% water. It relies on this water content to remain plump, slippery, and shock absorbent. Synovial fluid, the gel that lubricates the joint, is also primarily water. After 7 to 8 hours of sleeping and breathing, you wake up naturally dehydrated. When you deny your body water in the morning, your cartilage and synovial fluid become thicker and less effective. The joint surfaces create more friction, leading to irritation, stiffness, and a grinding sensation. That cup of coffee, being a diuretic, can even make the problem slightly worse before you've rehydrated. The Profix, the morning glass. Before your feet even hit the floor, drink a full 8 to 10 ounce, around 300 milliliters, glass of room temperature water. Keep it on your nightstand. This simple act begins rehydrating your entire system, including your joint cartilage, making it more resilient for the day ahead. Number 2, high-impact morning cardio. This is the healthy habit that backfires. Motivated to start the day right, you jump straight into a high-impact workout, running on the pavement or doing jumping jacks in the living room. While exercise is fantastic, high-impact activity on a cold and unprepared body is devastating for the knees. As we've discussed, your joints are at their stiffest in the morning. The muscles that act as your knee's primary shock absorbers are not yet activated or warm. When you pound them with high-impact forces, the load isn't absorbed by the muscle. It's transferred directly to the cartilage and bone. This is like dropping a bowling ball on a cold piece of ceramic. Over time, it creates stress fractures and accelerates cartilage wear. Take Linda, a 48-year-old, trying to lose weight. Her morning runs always left her with aching knees by noon. Her physiotherapist explained she was causing impact trauma before her body was ready to handle it. The Profix, The warm-up protocol. If you must do morning cardio, dedicate the first 5 to 10 minutes to a proper warm-up. Start with the dynamic movements from habit number 7, then move to low-impact activities like brisk walking, cycling on a stationary bike, or using an elliptical. This gradually increases your heart rate and muscle temperature, activating your body's natural shock absorption system before the impact begins. And finally, the number 1 morning habit secretly destroying your knees. Number 1. Locking your knees while standing. This is the most common and most destructive habit of all. You're standing at the counter making breakfast, brushing your teeth, or waiting for the toaster. You stand with your legs perfectly straight, your knees locked back. This posture feels stable, but it's a structural disaster. When you lock your knees, you are disengaging the muscles of your legs, your quadriceps and hamstrings, and forcing the joint to rest on its ligaments and the back of the joint capsule. You are essentially hanging your body weight on the passive structures of your knee, not the active muscular ones. This does 2 terrible things. 1, it creates immense focused pressure on a small area of cartilage, wearing it down unevenly. 2, it stretches out the ligaments over time, leading to joint instability and hyperextension. This habit detrains the very muscles that are meant to protect your knee, making them weak and lazy. It's the silent, constant pressure that leads to osteoarthritis over decades. The pro fix, the micro bend. From now on, whenever you are standing still, consciously maintain a tiny, almost invisible bend in your knees. This is called keeping a soft knee. This small adjustment forces your quads and hamstrings to engage, taking the load off the joint and distributing the pressure correctly. It will feel strange at first, but building this habit is the single most powerful thing you can do to protect your knees for the rest of your life. So there you have it. 7 silent saboteurs that may have been part of your morning for years. The good news is that every single one is fixable, starting tomorrow. It's not about a massive overhaul. It's about small, intelligent changes. The log roll, the micro bend, the morning glass of water. These are the secrets to turning back the clock on knee pain and reclaiming the activities you love. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more science-backed guides to a pain-free life. And don't forget to share your story in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Start smart tomorrow.